Hey man, what it do, world? Man, look, sorry I gotta talk to y'all while I'm trying to eat, but I want to do this breakdown of Judge Analisa Torres denying the settlement between Ripple and the SEC. I got my own, thought process on this thing. I just want to share it, put it out there, and excuse me while I eat, but hey, this one of them right here. So for the people that been following the Ripple SEC case, it's been going on for quite a while now. Let's see here. Now that was the thing. Is this by design, or is it just simply denied? Because like on the surface, it looks like the settlement terms might have been too vague or too lenient, and they didn't meet certain public interest of standard, right? So the other thing is like there may have been a lack of transparency, like sealed terms, which the court doesn't like. The courts typically don't favor when it impacts the public markets. You know what I'm saying? So think about it. There may have been lack of transparency, like sealed terms, which courts typically don't favor when it impacts public markets. So it's going to impact us. So the court didn't favor it, right? Or three, the judge may have wanted to set a legal precedent rather than allowing the case to quietly close. You know what I'm saying? Like a legal, like they was gonna close it like behind the scenes, hush hush, but maybe she wants to like put it out there publicly. Hey, everybody, y'all on notice. This is what it's gonna be. I don't want this type of case to ever come across my court again. Blase, right? So they say that would affect dozens of future token classifications if that did happen, right? So I was like, okay. Personally, though, I feel that it's something deeper, and that's what I want to dive in. So, as we go down the rabbit hole real quick, one thing that I see why she denied the whole court case from being settled just then was that the financial reset timeline is not yet aligned. Like, because, it's a global reset. So everybody got to be in position for this thing to kick off. And once everybody in position, boom, it's going to go, right? So that's where they're getting this overnight Big Bang theory from. But, boom. So the financial timeline's not yet aligned because the Ripple case was never just about XRP. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people don't understand. I think a lot of the content creators understand it because they're telling you like, yo, this is like a landmark case. This is like going to set the standard for all cryptocurrency and stuff like that. So I think the content creators, they get it. But this is a litmus test for the tokenization of the global finance system. So if the case ends too soon, it could trigger the markets prematurely before the ISO 222 final deadlines hit in November 2025. So we might actually see this thing drag out till November, but just know that we're going to see it drag out, and you can either pack your bags or you can sell what you got. Either way, you got to make a decision. I'm tired of hearing people complaining about the price hasn't appreciated yet. You need to be packing your bags. The bigger the bag, the bigger the bang. You know what I'm saying? So once this thing jump, instead of you just being like a millionaire, you could actually probably be a billionaire by the end of it, or 100 millionaire, something like that. So stop complaining and just pack your fucking bags, because this shit is coming to life. Okay, so sorry for the cussing, but think about it. CBDCs are already ready for the public rollout. They already got them. They just sitting there on the sidelines. Yeah, they'll tell you publicly on the news what they want to tell you, but you got to understand that I'm looking at a whole different set of information right here. And I mean, you got to do your own research. I did my own research, and now I'm in there. Okay. So the BRICS alternative system must also go live. like China, BRICS, you know, Brazil, all them, Russia and all them, they system need to go live for this whole digital currency CBDC. And you see the yuan already tried, but they had like a failure or something like that. I don't know who they went with. I wasn't in that conversation. I wasn't over there looking at that data. I kind of did a little bit. Sui coin, you know what I'm saying? You might want to look into that. But this is not financial advice. None of this is financial advice. So think about this. The shadow protocol that Mr. Poole just posted about, that mug is live, but not public activation. Because they have to follow their own strategic timeline for all of that stuff as well. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of stuff, y'all not going to find out until after it happened anyway. So you might as well just try to be in position so when the shit happens, then you are already been in a position to profit from it and to gain from it. You know what I'm saying? But this is not financial advice. You do what you want. You grown. So the other thing, you got to realize that XRP is a strategic tool. It's not just a coin. So you're like, what do you mean a strategic tool? Like I said, I take note. So they say XRP is designed for interbank settlement, liquidity routing, and bridging the CBDCs. The longer the lawsuit lingers, the more time institutions have to quietly adopt while retail stays uncertain. Do I gotta read that? Let me read that again. The longer the lawsuit lingers, the more time institutions have to quietly adopt it while retail stays uncertain. They trying to get retail out this motherfucker while all the content creators been telling y'all, we want retail out. We trying to shake them out. They want you out. So if you complaining on these posts and on these content creators, just sell what you got, man. Just move on. Sell what you got. Let us that's down here that understand what's going on. We'll hold the tokens. You could sell off and just go about buy you some Bitcoin. Buy you some Ether. You know what I'm saying? Don't come over here to XRP, XLM, any of the ISO 222 token space, section, HBAR, all that, quant. No, don't buy into it. Don't buy into it. Stay over there where you at, because your brain don't get it. It's not hype. It's utility. It's purpose. They are using this technology with intention. They don't give a fuck how you feel about it not appreciating in the price. Okay? So please sell your coins. So the other thing is that Judge Torres denying the settlement may be a way to buy time under influence from hidden regulators and financial actors like the IMF, the BIS, or global banking elite. You know what I'm saying? So they like, Judge, hey, look, we doing this, so we need you to do that. Like I said, this ain't financial advice. I'm just running game to you, running a scenario, running what I think. You know what I'm saying? This what I think. The second part of this is what I think. You know what I'm saying? Why is it not? So, one is the financial reset timeline is not yet aligned. Two is the XRP is a strategic tool. It's not just a coin. It's not your meme coin. It's not no Shiba Inu or no Doge coin, okay? This is XRP. It's on a whole nother level. Then, that was the other thing. I think that they want to do a controlled reveal, because I've heard the creator of XLM talking about XLM. He wants it to be run behind the scenes where people don't even notice that they're interacting with it. So can you imagine that? You swipe your Visa card, not even knowing that fucking XLM is the thing that's making the transfer go through. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think it's going to be a controlled reveal. One thing. Then they say, I put on here, my bad, I gotta finish chewing, bro. Ripple may be collaborating with regulators more than it appears, right? Because they don't really tell you about every single body on the news. Like, they really don't. And that's why people call XRP a shit coin and all this other stuff. They not doing no research, obviously. One, because if they did, they would see it right there on the government's website. It tell you right there on the Department of Treasury, And some other U.S. government documentation, it's right there. It tells you they're gonna use XRP and XLM. They part of ISO 222 standard. They don't say nothing about Ethereum. They don't say nothing about Bitcoin on that standard of transacting money and stuff like that. Like, yeah, you could have commodities, pork bellies, sugar, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or you can have real money, financial leverage, gold, silver, XRP, XLM type shit. Y'all don't get it. Y'all just don't get it though. But it's all right, because time will reveal everything. I can stand here and y'all can call me a weirdo. Y'all can look at me like I'm just dumb and just fucked off in the head. But I'm looking at government documentation from across the world that's telling you this. It's telling you this, but y'all can't even read a whole page, let alone half a page of information without getting distracted, because y'all got TikTok type of attention spans. You know what I'm saying? So if you make it this far in the video, 10 minutes in, thank you. Thank you for staying with me and listening to this information. All right, I'm almost done. I'm almost done too, okay? I ain't even eat all my food yet. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. I run over that. A controlled review. That's where I left off at, a controlled review. So it says, I put, Ripple may be collaborating with regulators more than it appears. The lawsuit has given Ripple exposure, because didn't nobody know what the fuck Ripple really was, even though it was before Bitcoin. They was behind the scenes doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? They only started getting with the hype because of the strategy that they were trying to use to implement the currency, the bridge currency, okay? So they get clarified partial legal status from the lawsuit. XRP is not a security for retail. So you and I holding it is not a security. You see what I'm saying? Then bought time for institutional corridors to quietly light up. That's why you see all these banks and stuff accumulating millions of XRP out the blue. Like, yo, last week everything was Bitcoin. Now all of a sudden Thursday, yo, all the banks buying XRP now. What's going on? Why are they buying the shit coin? Why do banks across the world want to buy the shit coin? Why JP Morgan want to buy it? Come on now. Bank of America? Amazon? It's a shit coin, man. Don't use that shit. It's a shit coin. Amazon buying it. It's a shit coin. But you buy Amazon stock. Google using it. As a matter of fact, I think Google using XLM more than XRP. Y'all gotta do y'all research, man. But anyway, so I could go into the hidden hands at play, the likely candidates, but if you know anything about CBDCs and bank settlements, and I don't really got to tell you about nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's a treasury of information out there that y'all could just look through for yourself, and you can find this. It's the same information that I'm finding out, that I'm figuring is fact, that they wouldn't just make nothing up like this. They took time to put it in government documentation. It's not like they just talking about it. They'll go on a press conference and tell you one thing because you're retail. But for institutional players, the people with the billions, quadrillions, trillions, and all that, illions, the illions, they telling them with the stuff that's in the documentation, okay? So you got to understand that, first and foremost, you still don't even know what's in the COVID vaccination, but they do. I bet you Pfizer and Moderna do, because they made it. I bet you the government do, because they legislated that they could use it. So understand that the government just don't tell you stuff, but they tell the other people stuff, okay? So you got to go find the other people, connect with them, get in the know, and then you can know something, okay? So instead of assume, don't assume. So I'm going to skip talking about the hidden hands at play. I ain't going to even talk about them because that's going to be... So my final thought about this, the shadow protocol positioning that Mr. Poole had posted about earlier, is that denial of settlement equals a delay. I mean, well, no. It don't equal a delay. It may be strategic positioning to align Ripple with the incoming system's activation phase. You're not watching a trial. You're witnessing a tightly orchestrated onboarding into the quantum financial system. Is just disguised as legal drama, okay? Let me read that again. You're witnessing a tightly orchestrated onboarding into the quantum financial system. not the legacy system. We're moving and advancing into a more technological economy, right? So we have the onboarding into the quantum financial system that we're experiencing right now. Why it's taking so long and people are getting tired, it's just disguised as legal drama. Which that's why I grabbed my pop. Well, I ain't got popcorn. I got me some broccoli, some chicken tenders, and some mashed potatoes and gravy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm eating right now. But for the people that is worried about XRP and you worried about this court case and Judge Torres denying Ripple and all that stuff, all the settlement, I mean, it could be just a denial. It could be a delay. Or just knowing Ripple, just seeing Mr. Arthur Brittle come back into play and how they move. And you see the Riddlers and stuff, man. Come on, man. Use your brain, bro. Come on, bro. It's not that hard. Hey, like, share, and subscribe. I might come out with some more detailed information about the financial system, the infrastructure and things like that we're building and coming into or investing in, or whatever your role might be in it. Or even if you don't have a role, you're just curious, I'm going to go into details about some more stuff, some things you might want to look into. I'm not telling you how to invest. Again, this is not financial advice. I do what I do. You do what you do. I do my research. You do your research. I don't believe you until I do my research about what you said. So don't believe me until you do your research about what I have just said. Okay? Go look it up. Love y'all. Y'all have a good night. And I'm finished eating, man. 100.